What's up, everybody? How's it going? And welcome to this episode of Car Rant today. We're hoping that this might be the last episode we have to do with the Eclipse before the new season, because we got more parts. It's been a hot minute since we've seen this beast, though. Or at least here on the channel. I think the last time we saw it, how long ago was it? It's probably the last Chick-fil-A meet that you came down here. Yeah, seriously. Our friend Eric came back with the bracket all nicely welded up. It looks super good. This is going to hold our shift mechanism in place so we can actually shift the car. Now all we need are the C-clips so that this thing can actually do its job. We got connections, but you know, they're just annoying because it's a very specifically sized part that goes on the other side of this to hold it onto the shifter. So you've not seen this before. What you think? First exposure to it.
It needs love.
Yeah, well, we kind of bought it needing love. We got it with no engine and trans in it. And it's actually quite a fun little whip to drive. It's really not tough to drive at all. We just want to upgrade it so that we can drive it more aggressively. And that's after we fixed the race stance and lowered the back all the way to the bottom. This is as low as the car can get. Josh is driving it for the first time. We should see how funny this is. He's never driven a Mitsu clutch like this. Have you put it first? There it goes. Again, no mid pipe still. That's because he's so small. He is an Asian man.
Like, I'm driving.
It idles up high. I know. What do you think? Huh? That's only because of the fact there's no cat. It's back pressuring. He's like already backing it up for you. Sounds like a lawnmower. It must be a lawnmower. Oh boy. Have fun.
240 like that. 240 actually has more room. It smells like a go-kart.
It does. I mean, it is running on old 91 at this point. Alright, here, I'll give you a push start. Here we go. Oh, there goes the clutch. Yeah, well, you about dragged it as much the first time too. You have to admit, the thing looks cool driving around that low. He's laughing too much.
Oh.
Round two?
Huh?
Round two? Bye. Did you see the whole car go? So for the past little while, we've had some fun driving the car around and dialing the suspension in. We've upped the preload on all 4 shocks, so now they're a bit stiffer. They won't bottom out as hard. And we've actually got it so that pretty much doesn't scrape at all now. The key is going to be getting this poor beast here, all the rest of its parts, so we can really put it back together and get it working. We also discovered this car was supposed to have a rear sway bar, and it doesn't. So we're gonna have to order a rear sway bar. We already ordered a front one. It'll be here hopefully within the next couple of days. So it's gonna be interesting. Right now we're gonna take the actual intake pipe off, block off our EGR, and I think the PCV as well, and then go from there. So this comes off. We have a plate that blocks that off, and we have to trace the hard pipe back up and then put the block off plate on where the hard pipe starts. That way none of that fires, and unfortunately we'll have to get it coated so it doesn't read those anymore, but we got homies for that.
Oh, huh.
You know what we do with parts we don't like?
Yeah.
Then what do? Just don't hit a car.
Disrespect.
We got the EGR pipe off, and let's just say that just looks cancerous. Like, that is, that's diseased. I don't put it in your nose. How bad is that? Like charcoaly? Oh, it's definitely fuely though. Oh! Don't smoke, kids. This is what happens. And it's kind of not false either, but ooh, that's terrible. Alright, if you couldn't tell, the car is really, really loud. Because no mid-pipe still, that should be here by the end of the week. However, we are getting the interior ripped out. Ian just helped me get the seat out. I could not figure out for the life of me how to get the seatbelt sensor undone. But now, it's time for me to rip this out while he's doing an induction service on the valve train, because that valve train, or not valve train, intake system was nasty.
The reason he had so many problems getting it out, and I figured it out in like 5 minutes, is because of that.
Oh my, stop, I'm done. Not bad.
A little bit of rust.
Not too much. This spot right here is not atypical for the driver's side. We're going to hit it all with purple power, clean it up as much as we can, and go from there. Stuff like that is part of why the car smelled terrible. So the purple power will be able to eat up that. That's probably its form of black hole. And then we'll fix the wiring as needed. The seat will be here, so it's not too much to worry about.
You know what that's from.
Woo! After many drives around the lot and doing some testing, getting the balance set, getting the music stuff set up, there's a whole laundry list of things that have gone into this car and some stuff that we've done behind the scenes. It is finally time to bring the car home. With some of the DMV locations finally opening up, we were finally able to go ahead and register the car, get it titled, put some insurance on it, and got plates. Now the last step is to get this piece of pipe put back in, because it finally showed up today as I got home from doing all of what I just said I did, so that we can get it passed through safety and finally start driving the car every day. After being on the channel for quite a long time, the jalapeno plates have been retired. And just like that, we're done. We actually get to hear our exhaust for the very first time. All the clips you've been hearing is just the headers, just dumping out under the car. And now that it's all plugged up, let's see what it sounds like. Are you ready for that? Alright, cool. I'm gonna let you start it. Because you busted your knuckles trying to get that piece in there. Now you get to see what it sounds like. Alright, go ahead. Yes! Finally! We get to hear the Yanaka sing. Give her a couple bumps. We're still blowing stuff out of the engine at the moment because of all the servicing that we did, but we're in business. Look at that. We can actually talk now. We can hear each other. And all in all, just sounds, looks good, everything. First gear bogging. It does spit a little bit. There might be a little bit of a fueling issue, but we believe that it'll get dialed out once we drive it more. Ooh, it bottoms out still. We're hoping that our bad gas is getting burned out with the 91. That way it's not crap. How's it feel?
Oh, a whole lot better.
That's our job. We resurrect cars. Are you ready to take this thing for its first ever carpet ride experience?
Sure. Just let me get my seatbelt on.
I will say that first gear, you definitely have to like shove it over and then push it in. We're not kidding.
Yeah.
That little piece blocks you from accessing a lot. Definitely not used to the way this car bites. It's just good.
It's a fun ride.
It's just, you know, I feel like driving. Let me go turn the whip on and go. Like, that's what this thing feels like. Please, this is taking it pretty well. There's a sizable bump that we're about to hit, and I might even downshift for it. But for a car that's slammed, this is pretty good. Literally, this is as low as this car can go. And it's driving like a champ.
And this is on Godspeed coilovers.
Yeah, this ain't on anything fancy. Here's the bump. Oh, there's the scrape. Hello, police station.
It's a little bit of scrapey scrape. So for those of you who are watching who don't know, we had a slight issue with something from Godspeed on the IS300. It was
the port car.
The rear adjustment arms.
Just were not good. They had a lot of issues.
Yeah, well, they
specifically with stripping, and then one of them I think bent later on, so it had to get replaced. Yeah.
It did?
That's what I was told. Yeah.
No. Well.
So while we had bad experiences with that, we were a little nervous, but we went ahead and said, you know what, let's just try the coilovers anyway. It gives us a chance to try something else.
This is also old new stock.
Yeah, this is NOS.
Yeah.
New old stock stuff. This is quite good. I have to get used to driving a front-wheel drive car again because it's very floaty.
Yeah.
I got used to all-wheel drive and some rear-wheel drive with Ishmael's 240, and it's definitely a different experience being in the wheels of this thing again because it's just an entirely different Matchbox car. We officially own an Eclipse RS. Supposedly, in its heyday, this car was able to make almost 28 miles to the gallon. Supposedly.
That's not bad.
For a sport hatch, that's pretty good.
For as heavy as this thing is, too.
Yeah, 2,700 pounds. Look at that, fifth here. Now we're just cruising. We're out here vibing. All right, we're back now from our little excursion. We did a little bit of other fiddling around and fooling around just to feel out the car a little bit. We do have a couple of issues. One, the car's reading that it doesn't have an EGR, which is correct. We did pull the EGR. Number two, it's reading that there is no O2 sensor in the rear, which is partially correct. We haven't wired it in yet. Because if we did, there would be a CAT efficiency code thrown and it would lean the car out. Which leads to my third point, that it's pulling codes saying that it's running lean on cylinders, well, bank 1. And now, this is the part of the show where I say thank you. We have come such a long way on this car, and there's a long list of people that we need to say thank you to who have helped us put this thing together, between the guys at the lot, to people online, to the suppliers who helped us get parts. There's a list of you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough. Obviously, biggest shout out to Ian, who has been with it the entire length of the process, from putting in the motor to everything else with this car. It has been a long, arduous process. Craig the neighbor, Uncle Rico, of course. It's just everybody. Mad thanks to all of you guys. This has been the Season 7 project car. It's been a journey. It has been a crazy journey, but here we are now, moving into Season 8. This is, in fact, the last episode of Car Rant before we officially start Season 8, and that's why I wanted to thank everybody, and you, the viewers, you guys who have stuck with us throughout this entire season, whether you just come on board and are watching stuff from before, or you've been with us all the way back from Season 1 moving forward to now. Mad appreciation and thank you to you guys, because it means a lot when we get to see that people are watching and have actual interest in what this car is going to become. That said, this car has been a ride of a lifetime. To be able to get into one of these, it was always a bucket list item for me. The Evo has always been my ultimate dream car, but this definitely was a quality runner-up. and being able to drive it to and from Winchester the other day off camera, just to feel the car and get an idea of what to do next in phase 2 as we move into season 8. We have a lot of good mods coming. Bucket seats, wheels and tires, maybe even doing brake conversions in the rear, getting sway bars in this car. There's a lot, and I'm very excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. So if you're new and you're watching this video, please consider subbing, because there's a lot more content in store for this 420A Eclipse, as is the return of the Evo. I said it would come back in season 7, and I'm not lying, because it did make an appearance. However, it's going to be the very first thing you see in season 8, and we're stoked for it. With that said, thank you guys for watching. God bless y'all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.